It's a podcast!
Hey,
Yay.
episode 4! We made it past episode 3!
Welcome to Under the Bridge.
The only podcast where not the only podcast where 3 nerds talk about movies.
I don't know, it might be.
I
I haven't bothered to do a Google search. We might be the only one, in which case I gotta trademark this concept.
mean,
You're right.
we're probably not, but if we are, it's kind of terrifying if we are, in all honesty.
I gotta get on it like the Fine Brothers got on React videos.
Oh, man, yeah, you gotta
copyright that.
So, more news. Plenty of news, actually.
And also news on the gaming side.
Yeah, most of it's nothing, but some of it's something. So, without further ado...
Let's get into this.
Yeah.
Oh, are we just getting straight into it?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess we should introduce the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is like, are we interested?
Welcome to Under the Bridge with the Scarlet Troll, Agent Duckman, and whatever the hell Greg calls himself.
Greg. At this
Hey,
point, I
Greg.
think I'm just going to stick with Greg.
That's hilarious.
Your weekly jump into nerd culture and what's going on with movies, games, and whatever the hell else we have news for.
Whatever we feel like talking about. A lot of it's games, a lot of it's comic book adaptation news, because that's
We're all
my
nerds.
sphere. But yeah, here's something that's none of those things.
Oh, boy.
Although I guess technically it's an adaptation of a comic strip, so yeah.
Mm.
Christina Ricci, who most people will remember was Wednesday in the Addams Family movies with Raul Julia, has joined Tim Burton's Netflix Wednesday series. We don't know who she is playing at this point.
I
but it has
wonder.
been confirmed
I wonder who she's playing.
Well, she's not Wednesday. Somebody else is playing Wednesday.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, and they explicitly confirmed she's not playing older Wednesday.
Oh. Okay.
Get
Oh.
wrecked, you big idiots.
So what would she be in there for, then?
I don't know. Why would you
Nostalgia?
get Cassandra Peterson for the Munsters?
That's a whole other thing.
Point is, I'm happy. I'm glad.
Yay.
I don't know how I feel about Addams Family spin-offs in general, but, I mean, Wednesday's cool.
Yeah, the fact that there's an
It's
Addams
Tim
Family
Burton, right?
spin-off is weird in itself.
I think it was Tim Burton.
If it's Tim Burton, I'm not nearly as excited anymore. It's gonna just be weird and abstract German expressionism.
It does take some of the wind out of my sails, I'll admit, but I don't know. Tim Burton still is capable of doing decent stuff, I assume.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he's done since Dumbo, but...
Well, if we get Tim Burton, then we get Danny Elfman, so I'm happy.
I take it this is a spin-off of the animated movie, right?
No, I think it's just its own
Live action?
thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's live action, I think.
Oh.
Oh boy, is it gonna be like Matilda but with Wednesday?
Oh, that's a movie that gave me nightmares as a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked too deep into it. I just saw Christina Ricci's coming back and we don't know as who. So, that's fun. Yeah.
Well, moving on.
Yeah, we'll see when it happens. In other news, after years of uncertainty, The Incredible Hulk will finally be streaming on HBO Max.
Why?
Got him!
Which one?
Got him again!
The 2008 one,
The
right?
2008 one.
What the
The
hell?
MCU one.
Why?
What? That makes no sense.
I got him again!
No, like, seriously, why? That's... What? Are they just not retconning Incredible Hulk at some point, or...?
No, it's gotta be canon, because William Hurt's still in it. Well, not anymore, because he's died, but
Oh.
he was still in Civil War and Black Widow and Infinity War, so... No, that movie's still canon. Presumably it's some complicated streaming nonsense, because you gotta remember, Universal technically still holds the rights to that movie.
Do they now?
Yes, they own the rights to that, and there's a couple of other. I don't know. Universal owns some weird rights to Hulk.
Well, the thing is, I don't even know if Universal still has the rights to Hulk in general. There was some rumblings within the last couple of years that Marvel may have regained all of Universal's rights, but it is possible that even despite that, Universal does still have the rights to those Hulk movies specifically. So, anyways, so yeah, Incredible Hulk coming to HBO Max. It's funny. It's really funny.
It's weird as hell.
After years of people incessantly asking, where's Nova? When is Nova joining the MCU?
Where is Nova?
Nobody's been asking except me.
I've been
And
asking.
maybe-
I've been asking since Guardians 2.
Great. Cool. So it's been us. At least 2 people have been asking, where's Nova? When Nova? Well,
Why
we still
Nova? How Nova?
how is Nova?
How is he in his nice little baby crib?
Is he dead?
Is he dead?
still-
Is he?
Did he catch the Rona?
Was he killed when Thanos decimated Xandar? Who knows?
Oh boy.
But we're probably gonna find out, because it is now confirmed that they are working on some kind of Nova project, being written by Moon Knight writer Sazbir Purda? I'm probably mispronouncing the hell out of that, and I apologize.
We're getting a Nova project?
Yeah, we still don't know anything else. We don't know if it's a Disney Plus series or a movie. We don't know if it's going to be the new one, Sam Alexander, or Richard Dick Ryder. But
that's the name of the podcast. That's the title.
Richard Dick Ryder.
And other things.
Since nothing really comes from like the first draft of anything, if I had to guess, do you think this is like the 6th Nova attempt?
Nah, I don't think so.
It was a Call of Duty joke.
Oh my god,
I don't understand.
That was a very deep Black Ops reference.
Thank you. Thank you. I hate my brain half
Nova
the time.
Gas.
It's a major plot device and kind of a dumb plot device in the first Black Ops game.
I see.
But moving on.
Yeah, I play actual real video games.
Oh, hush.
It's a very dumb plot device.
Jab. But I will not apologize for it.
Don't. The only thing good that Black Ops gave us was, where's the numbers, Mason?
Actually, yeah, I'm going to agree with that.
But yeah, just quite excited to get some Nova news. Always fun to see the cosmic side of Marvel getting a little bit bigger. And yeah. Also, you could tell James Gunn isn't going to go anywhere near this one. Not that that's a problem, and the more stuff James Gunn wants to get involved with, the better. But he has said he is not a Nova fan, so...
Okay.
He is a Nova fan. He is... Oh, wait, did you already make that? You made the joke already. Ah, damn it.
That technically wasn't a joke.
Oh.
So go ahead.
He's Nova fan.
Yeah. He got... well done.
I hate you, Cody. Do not condescend me on your own podcast. Moving on.
Mostly it's just for my own editing amusement.
This is also for your editing amusement.
I hate you so much.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. We got a deleted scene for the Batman. Has anybody else seen it besides me?
I've seen it.
No.
I don't much care for it.
What does it do? Explain it to somebody who hasn't seen it.
It's basically Batman going into Arkham and consulting with the Joker about Riddler's methods.
Then I'm not going to be a fan of it because we shouldn't have the Joker.
So I actually, in its own little bubble, I do actually like the scene, but I'm very happy it was a deleted scene and not put in the movie, because I feel like that 1 5-minute segment would have completely overshadowed the 3 hours of Riddler being crazy, because everyone would have been like, okay, the Joker's here. People care more about the Joker, not how batshit Riddler is, so...
Yeah, plus, I'm also not a fan of this Riddler, or this Joker's aesthetic. He looks very...
It should have been another villain. It should have been like he goes in there and it's Mr. Freeze.
Well, the really funny thing is, I was getting vibes. He's obviously still a Joker because he's doing the giggles and he's still got the smile and the look and what have you. But he looks very scarred, so he also felt kind of Victor Zsasz-y.
I actually like that part of his aesthetic because, well, this Joker looked like somebody who took a dip in a pot of acid.
Well, the funny thing is, according to Matt Reeves, this Joker hasn't done that yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there's no reason for it.
Oh.
I mean, if you're gonna make somebody who's really beaten and bruised up, it could also be Scarface.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Scarface would be cool.
Scarface is only the puppet.
Oh, crap.
So of course he looks scarred.
Well, you know who I'm talking. Whatever.
But then the ventriloquist would be Scarface, and Scarface can't be a ventriloquist.
I hate this. I'm sorry I brought it up.
I have no idea where this is going.
One of Batman's villains is a guy named the ventriloquist with a puppet named Scarface.
Think Slappy with a machine gun that has really scarred up.
Yeah, imagine if Ahmed, the dead terrorist, went around committing crimes, and Jeff Dunham was just being dragged along for the ride against his will, and you've got Scarface and the ventriloquist.
That sounds incredibly dumb.
Amazing?
Stupid?
Amazing?
Yeah.
Yes! We've got the plot of the next Batman movie.
Oh my god.
It can be a reboot. Holy crap! They can reboot Saw again with but it's Scarface, and they can get Chris Rock back to slap the shit out of him.
Oh, we did it early.
We
brought it up earlier than expected. Well done.
Will Smith plays Batman, so he can slap the shit out of Scarface.
He's Jace Fox Batman.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
moving on.
Should we just mention that then, since it just came up?
Well, we haven't.
Okay.
I mean, we haven't gotten to movie stuff just yet, have we?
We kind of are in movie stuff. The Batman is a movie.
That's fair.
It was indeed a movie.
That's fair. It was a good movie.
So yeah, the Oscars happened.
The Oscars happened, and the only thing notable was the slap heard around the world.
No, there was other stuff, but that's the one everybody's talking about.
There's other notable stuff, but the Oscars is the most... I hate
don't
the
care.
Oscars. I've hated the Oscars for years. The Oscars is literally just Hollywood getting on their big microphone about how generous they are, how much these rich people give to all these charities that nobody actually, cares about. And it's basically like, whoa, look at me. I'm a good person. Remember, I'm a good person, people. I just can't stand it.
I just can't stand the blatant and flagrant absolute bias that goes into the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, that too. But a lot of it to me is it's just Hollywood putting on a pageant just so that way they can pretend that, they care about other people.
Oh, yeah,
And
it's a giant circle jerk.
it
I'm
is.
sorry, Greg, go on.
As I say, I don't really pay much attention to the Oscars, but I will say from the bits and pieces I paid attention to Chris Rock getting the shit slapped out of him, to me, the Oscars, and this is probably going to give away both where I live and how old I am, the Oscars, I feel like, is to movies what the FCAT was to grade school children. Because it's a thing of, like, there's movies made for the Oscars. And it's like, oh, you want to, like, actually make a movie that has artistic expression? Oh, you want to learn about things that, like, will actually help you? Nah, standardized filmmaking.
That's actually pretty good, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's my only issue.
Analogy.
Yeah, that's my only real issue with the Oscars, is that it influences how movies are made, and that kind of does bug me to an extent.
Well, you can tell when a movie's Oscar bait, It's very obvious to tell when a movie is Oscar bait, but, like, it seems like more and more movies are becoming Oscar bait each year, and less movies are being original.
I'll play devil's advocate. No movie's free of influence, because the underlying and driving influence of most movies that aren't Oscar bait is to make money. And and that's not really... I'm not going to get on my high horse and pretend that that's a better motivation, especially not when it leads to so much studio interference, because... oh boy, we gotta make those dollars.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the slap heard around the world was the only notable thing of the Oscars that the internet cared about.
All I'm gonna say is nobody else has ever had to return an Academy Award, so if they make Will Smith return his for that, BS.
Are they really trying to make him return his Academy Award for that?
It's not a definite they're trying, but it's a he may have to.
Yeah, because they broke his...
There's some kind of investigation or something.
I really hope they don't. He had every right.
The number of scumbags who have won Oscars who've never had to give them back.
To be fair, I'm kind of on Will Smith's side about this whole... I think he could have handled it a lot more gracefully than he did. But, like, when you are putting somebody... You are at this place about to accept an award in front of millions and millions of people at home, and your emotions are running high, and then somebody, basically disrespects your wife live on TV. I mean...
Yeah, like...
What do you do?
It's one of those things where I don't necessarily think a slap was the best way to handle it.
Wasn't
However, I also
appropriate,
think if you're gonna make fun of somebody's wife in front of, I don't know how many people watch the Oscars, so let's say at least thousands of people.
At least 100 people.
Yeah.
At least 100 people.
At least 10 people.
And all those 100 people are the wives and aunts and, whoever who couldn't make it to see their kid win.
If you're gonna do that, especially when Chris Rock historically has already been an a-hole to Jada Pinkett Smith before,
right?
You could get a lot worse than a slap, and honestly, I'm pretty sure what you did is gonna hurt more than getting slapped in the face and having to deal with that for 5 seconds.
Also, the joke wasn't even funny.
No, it wasn't.
He made a really bad G.I. Jane joke, which isn't even funny because G.I. Jane's how old now?
Well,
it's not even...
I think that was one of those jokes where, because of how old it is, it got a response from the older essence of the crowd. I don't know. My whole thing with it is, and I say this as someone who does like Chris Rock's comedy, it was one of those things where, yeah, the man kind of had it coming after that joke.
I like Chris Rock. I think he's an influential comedian. He really did inspire pretty much this entire wave of comedians that are coming out now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think pretty much anyone will tell you that. Like, he's a very influential figure. And, I mean, his jokes are, it's Chris Rock. It's a Chris Rock joke.
Yeah.
But he had it coming. He had it coming.
He had it coming.
I remember seeing, and this is kind of the last thing for me, I saw a comment, I think, on the movie subreddit, about them talking about it, and someone said that one piece of advice that comedians were always given in the past is think about your material and think about how you would react if someone hit you in the face because of a joke you made. Apparently, Chris Rock really took that to heart.
Or he didn't, hence making the joke anyway.
Well, more so based on his reaction, because it was one of those things where I have to give him some props for kind of just holding it down.
Brushing it off?
Yeah, because you could tell he was like, I could make so many jokes right now. He actually said out loud, it's like, I could, and then he stopped himself. I was like, wow, that is an amazing amount of restraint from that man.
If only he'd shown that beforehand.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Whatever, moving on from...
Congrats to everybody who actually won an Oscar. I haven't seen most of the movies that were up for it, but so I can't weigh in, and honestly, I'm just
We're a bad
sick
movie
of the whole
podcast.
Thing. So far, we're a bad movie podcast.
Let's move on to the actual movies.
Yeah. Allegedly, we have a Doctor Strange runtime. This is just scuttlebutt, but it sounds like it's tied with No Way Home for the fourth longest movie at 2 hours, in the MCU rather, at 2 hours and 28 minutes.
2 hours and 28's not bad.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
No.
Anything above 240 and I start losing interest. Sorry, Batman.
Batman is one of the very few over 2.5 hour movies that I think actually made good use of its time.
The Batman
it made good use of its time, but it's hard for somebody. One, I have IBS, so it's really hard for somebody who has problems with not like having to sit down and not use the restroom to sit through 2 hours and 48 minutes of nonstop action.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, it's not like I can make it through it. You go when there's a really low in the action, but like it's kind of like, man, anything over 228, I'm a little hesitant to go.
That's fair.
I can understand that.
They probably need it with all the stuff that's allegedly going on in this movie, but I guess we'll see when it comes out in a little over a month.
Oh.
Really?
Wow, how time flies. Yeah, it's May 6th, I believe.
Oh my god, April's Friday. Oh my god.
April is Friday. I gotta go see Morbius Thursday night.
What an April joke. An April Fool's joke.
Joke's on me.
Are you seeing it Friday?
Thursday night.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll get to we'll get there's some Morbius stuff.
Hey Greg, we can go together.
I work.
Hey Greg, we can go together.
You're gonna have to see it at some point.
I'm seeing this. This is gonna be the last podcast where Cody watches all the movies by himself.
Yeah. So
Moving on.
We've got some people who aren't going to be back for movies as certain roles.
Oh boy.
It sounds like James McAvoy is not interested in the slightest in coming back as Professor X. Somebody asked him if he missed playing the role, and his response was, No, I don't think so.
I mean...
Nice.
You really can't outplay Patrick Stewart. He did a very good job.
Mm-hmm.
You can't outstage Patrick Stewart.
He did a very good job for being saddled with some of the worst X-Men movies to try and be Professor X in.
I think First Class was good.
First Class is probably the best one of the bunch.
Yes, First Class is an excellent movie, and the rest are, yikes.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Apocalypse.
Apocalypse was terrible. Featuring Oscar Isaac, soon to be Moon Knight.
Still actually need to see that.
You're not missing anything.
I can't not unsee that movie, and how... let's move on. I'm getting upset.
Yeah. Somebody else who's not coming back. It sounds like David Dastalmachian will not be back as Kurt for Ant-Man 3, or at the very least, he said he hasn't heard anything about it. Now,
who?
The one who said this is the work of gypsies, and the whole Baba Yaga bit.
Ah. Upsetting.
Yeah. Who knows? He might still be back and they haven't told him. He might be lying. He could very well be lying, because you can't trust anything anybody says anymore, thanks to serial werewolf Andrew Garfield.
Serial what?
Serial werewolf. Based on that interview where he said, I feel like I'm the werewolf. Every time I tell somebody I'm not the werewolf, they don't believe it, and it makes them more suspicious. And then it turned out he was the werewolf, and he was in No Way Home. He is now the werewolf for the rest of his goddamn life.
I do love Andrew Garfield, and will follow his career pretty heavily from now on.
Same.
So this is interesting, because if Kurt's not back, we already knew they weren't bringing back T.I., played by...
Oh, really?
Common? Yeah, they already cut ties with Common because of the whole domestic abuse thing, or whatever it was.
Wait, Common or T.I.?
No, wait, it was T.I.
Okay,
My bad.
I was gonna say common domestic abuse. What?
That's me. That's me not knowing rappers.
Yeah, you just like piqued
Sorry.
my interest immediately because I'm like, oh, I need to
Sorry.
look into this.
No,
Wow.
it was T.I.
Okay, cool. I mean, and that also makes sense because T.I.
Oh yeah, cool, domestic violence.
No,
yeah.
I was gonna say because T.I. is kind of a scumbag.
No, yeah, my apologies to Common. No disrespect intended.
I hope you guys are both on common ground.
Shut the hell up.
Ooh, well done, you got it.
Ugh.
So it sounds like that there's only one Wombat left who might come back.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Fingers crossed for Luis.
Luis will probably come back.
he'll probably come back. Michael Pena, I think, clearly enjoys doing that. So
We need a recap of what he's been up to since then.
Michael Pena, he was fostering his foster daughter, Dora.
Aw.
oh God.
Oh.
Wait, really?
that
How
was
did
a
I
jo-
get
that
that
was
joke?
the Lost City of Gold reference. Oh.
How did I get that reference before you? I haven't even.
Pardon me, it's been ages since I saw that movie,
I
and I'm
haven't
certainly
even
not
seen
planning
the
on watching
movie.
it again. He's barely in the movie.
Which is terrifying.
The whole bit that he is in is kind of overshadowed by the whole thing with the car. Wait, did he show up again at the end of the movie? Were the parents in the end of the movie?
I-
They were
I
in the
don't know. I
movie.
never
Okay.
watched the movie.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Wow.
We're putting it on the movie list.
Oh.
oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's your prerogative if you want to do it. I'm certainly not doing it.
I'll make a joke out after we're off the podcast, but there's a certain person in our group that might enjoy seeing
Oh dear.
Swiper in full glorious HD.
Oh God.
Moving on. Danny Trejo voices a monkey. Moving on.
Oh boy.
Per James Gunn, it sounds like multiple characters will be debuting in the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
He also said this is the thing that he's the proudest of that he's ever made.
I think he said that in general, whatever he's working on currently is the thing that he's proudest of.
Oh, I thought he said that about the Marvel Holiday Special, which would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I think more specifically, the quote was something along the lines of, "In general, I tend to look at whatever I'm currently working on as this is the best thing I've ever made." But you know what? I'd believe him in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we getting? Like, who do you think we're getting?
Well, here's what I think. Previously, he said that in his own admittedly weird opinion, the holiday special will introduce one of the greatest MCU characters of all time. I think he was talking about Santa Claus, and I think if
Wait.
multiple characters are debuting, it's Santa and his elves and reindeer or what have you.
I'm terribly sorry. Are you
Bruh.
saying that there's a Marvel Comics Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
I never heard about this?
Well, okay, I don't know how much of a role Santa actually plays in Marvel. I know he exists in DC and he breaks into Apocalypse every year to give Darkseid a lump of coal. It's the best.
How does Darkseid react to that?
Oh, tries to incinerate him every goddamn time. Hasn't managed it yet.
Nice.
Santa's crafty.
That's beautiful.
Santa Claus is a... Oh, God.
There
Oh,
was
God.
there was an Iron Man Doom King in Black one-shot where they had to free what was allegedly Santa from the clutches of Null. It could have just been a crazy guy who thought he was Santa. They leave it kind of ambiguous.
Okay.
In December 1943, Nazi dictator Adolf Hitler had Santa Claus captured to destroy the USA's morale, but U.S. President Franklin Roosevelt sent Sergeant Nick Fury, Captain America, and Bucky to rescue him.
Sorry, what?
On Christmas Day, 1954, Santa Claus, posing as a wealthy man, instructed Smith City garage attendant Sammy Glenn, an intelligent man who had never made good on his abilities, to watch his car and luggage. There is a whole ass... He partnered up with Howard the Duck. He was in the
my
X-Men.
God. What? How? What? No.
So yeah, I genuinely think James Gunn might have been talking about Santa then, and the other characters who are debuting might end up being Santa adjacent.
Santa adjacent. Well, I'll take sentences I never thought I would ever hear in my life for $500, Alex.
I'm looking forward to this.
I
cannot wait for the Guardians holiday special.
I want to see this. So who are they going to get to play Santa?
Who
Is Wilford Brimley still alive? I don't think he is.
Richard Kind?
Richard Kind. I don't know. Is Wilford Brimley still alive?
No, don't get Wilford Brimley. That's a terrible idea.
Why?
Patton Oswalt?
Patton. Oh,
He died.
Oh,
he
yeah.
died 2 years ago.
Nope.
Wait, who did?
Wilford Brimley.
Okay.
I was to say,
I thought you meant Patton Oswalt, and I'm like,
Patton Oswalt's still alive. No, that would be some like weird like.
That's news to me.
Yeah.
Moving on. Screenwriter David Coop has provided an update on the Blackhawks movie for DC. According to him, the script is very good. They like it very much, but they were waiting for changes in DC management to wrap up and to see where they want to take their film universe before going forward with it. This was the movie that previously had Steven Spielberg attached to produce.
Okay, so it was Steven Spielberg. This isn't the Patty Jenkins one.
Oh.
No, this is not the Patty Jenkins one.
Okay.
This is the Steven Spielberg was attached to produce it, which, odd, not necessarily the DC property I would have wanted to see Spielberg on, but it's Spielberg, so he can do whatever he wants at this point.
To be fair, Spielberg has not been the best recently.
Fair.
So I'm not too excited about having his name attached to anything.
I think he's still got his. I think his auteur license is still valid. He's still got his do whatever he wants.
The last good movie I saw that he did was The Post. That was a good movie.
I say I don't even know what Spielberg's made recently. In all honesty,
West Side Story.
West Side Story was just
right.
won Best Actress, I think.
Yeah, I think Ariana DeBose won Best Supporting Actress.
She won Best Supporting Actress, and that's about all I know.
She's gonna be Calypso.
Is she really?
Yeah. We discussed this back in like episode 1 or 2. I don't remember which one. Now I have to go back and rewatch it. So should you.
Okay, so
and I mean you, the person listening to this right now. Also make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. Yeah!
I want to do a very quick Oscar roundup if we would.
Yeah, alright.
We might as well, you know?
Yeah.
The Best Picture winner was Coda, which I haven't seen. Coda, whatever.
Never heard of it.
Best Actor, obviously, was Will Smith.
Which is
Richard.
Very funny.
Best Actress was Jessica Chastain from The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Best Original Song was No Time to Die by Billie Eilish and Phineas, which somehow beat out... Oh, never mind. Nothing else is of note.
Yeah, you thought We Don't Talk About Bruno was on that list,
It should have been. Best Animated Feature obviously was Encanto, but what really upsets me is, like, 3 of the movies on there are Disney movies.
Yeah.
But Best Director was Jane Champion for The Power of the Dog. International Best Film was Drive My Car, which I actually want to see, so... Yeah, Ariana DeBose won for West Side Story for Best Supporting Actress. Best Supporting Actor went to Troy Kotsur for Coda. Best Documentary went to Questlove for Summer of Soul.
Oh, I never got to see that. I
wanted to see it too.
You know what?
Same,
I will say
there wasn't any releases near me.
I love Questlove as a person. I am happy whenever he wins an award for anything. So,
yeah, Questlove won an Oscar. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Best Live Action Short Film is The Long Goodbye. Best Original Screenplay is Belfast. Best Adapted Screenplay is Coda. Best Makeup and Hairstyling is The Eyes of Tammy Faye, which I'm okay. Best Visual Effects went to Dune, no surprise. Best Original Score went to Dune, no surprise. That's the majority of them. Let's.
I don't even care.
I say those are the ones that everyone's going to care about, probably.
The Queen of Basketball won for Best Short Documentary. I don't know what that is. Best Cinematography was Dune. Best Costume Design was Cruella.
Throw up.
Best Film Editing was Dune. Best Production Design was Dune. Dune won like 7 awards.
That's...
It was the most boring movie I've seen in a long time.
Moving on?
Moving on. I didn't read them all, but whatever. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Now we're into the stuff that I haven't shared with you guys beforehand, because I got it all after I sent you the list.
Ooh.
We got a new Lightyear trailer.
Oh, did we?
Allegedly. For the life of me, I cannot tell the difference between this trailer and the trailers we've already gotten.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it's good. I want to see it.
I want to see it.
Real bad, actually.
Yeah. No,
See, I guess I'm in a minority, because I am not the least bit hyped for this movie at all.
I'm sorry. I just like the concept.
I don't know what it is. I guess it's just the case of I miss Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, and I'm mad that series isn't more readily available.
Understood, but I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the character. And I'm a huge Toy Story fan, so...
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we get a Woody's Roundup movie next?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Woody's
give us
Roundup next.
Yeah, Woody's Roundup needs to be next.
But it has to be made old puppet style, like the actual TV show in Toy Story.
Like Howdy Doody, like all the what they were trying to emulate.
Yeah, just Team America World Police it, who cares?
Yes! Yes!
Team America World Police Toy Story Edition. Oh boy.
Oh, God.
Except, make it kid-friendly. No puppet sex and 1 minute of solid barfing.
America! Heck yeah! Disney
we're far
owns...
enough in. You can curse.
No, I'm talking about, like, Disney.
Yes,
Yeah,
Disney
how they
has
would
prevented us
Disney-fy
from
that.
swearing.
Yeah, that's how we would Disney-fy it. No.
In reference to Toy Story, we are not allowed to swear.
Yeah, we can't. It's legally binding.
It's legally binding.
Next topic.
Next thing.
Next topic. Ezra
Let's
Miller.
scratch her. I'm sorry.
Ezra Miller has been arrested, charged, and released on disorderly conduct and harassment.
Wait, really?
Wait, what?
Yes.
That was fast.
Wait.
Well, bail was only like $500 or something,
What?
so it wasn't
Arrested for...
For what was the...
disorderly conduct and...
Isn't Fantastic Beasts literally premiering, like, tomorrow?
It's 2 weeks from now or something. 3 weeks from now? 3 weeks from now.
Oh, I thought it was... Yeah.
Yeah. The police statement read that, according to police, Miller became agitated while bar patrons sang karaoke and began yelling obscenities. They
fun.
grabbed the microphone from a 23-year-old woman singing karaoke and later lunged at a 32-year-old man playing darts.
Oh my god!
That's
if the studio does not drop Miller after this bout, then I am genuinely offended.
That's insane.
This is in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Well, I'm reading the actual. I found the actual arrest report.
Why do I feel like The Flash is going to undergo reshoots and by the end Barry Allen's going to look different?
Do you think they're going to Paul Walker him and have like his brother stand in his set or something? I don't know if the man.
I think they're going to Terrence Howard him.
Oh no! No, even worse. They're going to Christopher Plummer him.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Oh my.
What was was there anything else that like kind of just happened today?
I got a few other things that came up across the next couple of days. So Anthony Ramos, star of In the Heights and cast as the villain we don't know who of Ironheart, has hinted that Ryan Coogler is involved in some capacity with this show.
Oh, Ryan Coogler of Black Panther fame.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. This would make sense considering reports indicate that we will first be seeing... What's her name?
Shuri.
Riri Williams in Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
So that would make sense. And it also gives me a little bit more hope for Ironheart, because honestly, I kind of hate the character. But if Coogler's behind it, then odds are he's found a way to make her interesting in a way that I can stomach.
It's gonna be Shuri.
It's probably gonna be Shuri.
It's going to be Shuri.
They straight up they have cast Dominique Thorne to play Riri Williams. They're not gonna have Shuri be Ironheart.
No, I think he means in regards to Black Panther.
Oh, and Black Panther. God, I hope not.
Moving on.
If you want a Lady Black Panther, Okoye is right there.
Okoye is the better, but like Okoye is actually awesome.
Okoye is pretty awesome, yeah.
My rankings go Okoye, M'Baku, Nakia, way down the list. You've got no Black Panther at all. You've got Shuri, and then you've got Bring Back Killmonger.
Where's the guy? Go ahead.
You have M'Baku. You have Wakandan number 73. You've got Elephant.
Wait. I'm sorry. Actually, there is an addition to my list between M'Baku and Nakia. I've got Introduce Kevin Cole. Oh wait, and also between No Black Panther and Shuri, I have Everett Ross.
As I say, somewhere on that list is probably the one Wakandan dude that runs the cabbage booth.
Can we get Snoop Dogg?
For what, Kevin Cole?
No, like just Snoop Dogg as a Wakandan going around going like,
Snoop
y'all.
I would actually
pay. As himself is the new Black Panther.
Snoop Dogg is the new Black Panther. He's the Black Dog. He's the Black Dog.
Very good money for that. I would pay. I would pay more money than I'm actually worth for that to happen.
He's the Black Lion.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I would pay good money for this.
I would pay really good money for this. Oh boy, the Black Lion.
The Black Lion.
So anyways, good news for Ironheart. So next one. Director Jeff Fowler confirms that future Sonic films won't necessarily follow game order.
I heard that. I am familiar with that, and I read that article today, and I'm interested. I get what they're trying to do. I want to see how they're going to tackle this. I really am super curious to see how they're going to tackle the Sonic lore. It's going to be really interesting.
Sonic lore is really the best part of Sonic.
Like, obviously, this movie we're going to get Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, beginnings of the Chaos Emeralds, and maybe a couple of other things here and there, but, like, they literally have everywhere to go with this. All that I know is
there's some kind of additional character tease in the movie.
That's what I heard, and it's probably Shadow.
Probably Shadow.
It's probably Shadow as a post-credit scene.
Maybe Amy, but probably Shadow.
It's probably Shadow, and we're going to start a Sonic Adventure, or start, like, hitting Sonic Adventure themes, like, with the next movie, and then if it gets confirmed for another trilogy, they're just gonna go balls to the walls with it. So.
Yeah. But it's interesting, and I like it.
And I love it, and I want the Sega Cinematic Universe to happen.
Indeed.
Yes.
We also have Sharon Stone is in final talks to join the Blue Beetle movie. As new character Victoria Cord, who is apparently going to be the main villain. She does not exist in the comics. Deadline, who reported the story, is under the belief that she is going to be Ted Kord's wife.
Interesting.
Okay.
Evil Beetle, I guess?
Evil Beetle. What's an evil version of a beetle?
A cockroach.
Blue cockroach.
What's the opposite of blue? Red?
Red cockroach.
Red cockroach.
Red cockroach. Okay, sure.
Johnny Cochran.
Red pond skater.
Run.
So that's interesting. I'm very happy that they decided to make Blue Beetle theatrical instead of just HBO Max exclusive. I kind of wish they'd do the same for Batgirl, but...
I'm really, I like Blue Beetle a lot, actually, and I really want a Blue Beetle Booster Gold movie, so...
I assume what happened with Blue Beetle... Well, the problem with that is this Blue Beetle isn't the one who has a good rapport with Booster Gold.
But I still want it.
Yeah, maybe they'll bring Ted Kord back for a different movie. But I genuinely think what happened is they realized the CGI on Blue Beetle to make it look good was going to be hell of expensive, but also realized that the optics of canceling their first Hispanic-led superhero movie would be really, really bad.
Yeah.
So they were just like, going to theaters.
It's Jaime, right?
Yeah, it's Jaime Reyes.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
100%. And then the last bit, I'd like to introduce... What?
I'm sorry.
So the last bit of news I have before we get into gaming stuff, it's a new segment. I think it's really going to be a mainstay of this podcast.
Fan favorites?
No,
okay.
Oh, this segment, yes. But the movie in question, no. I like to call this segment, Somebody Stop Daniel Espinosa! He's spoiling Morbius on Twitter!
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I assume nobody else wants to hear the spoilers before going into it, but suffice to say, he's done a Q&A on Twitter and has already spoiled the post-credit scenes.
Why?
Which are already also circulating around thanks to early press screenings. Related to this news, early reactions to Morbius are bad. Very bad.
Very surprising that, Sonyverse sucks.
Surprising nobody.
I want the movie to end with 30-second to Mars the Kill. Just as a screw you to everyone who I don't know, the Jared Leto cult fans will be like singing the whole layer. I don't know what I'm saying.
Actual presumed cult leader Jared Leto.
It would be a missed opportunity if there wasn't at least one 30 Seconds to Mars song in full length in that movie. Just saying.
There probably won't be because
there won't be.
This movie just apparently has all the trappings of a 2005 superhero movie.
Oh, fun.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
I mean...
No, that seems to be
Greg,
Sony's
I know you
shtick.
can't see it Friday. You want to see it Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday I work. Saturday is a hard maybe. A very hard maybe. I do actually...
What are you doing Thursday?
Working.
Fuck.
I do actually kind of want to see it because I do want to see how much of a train wreck it's going to be. I'm not going to lie.
I'll probably watch it with our friend, who I won't name.
Right.
Neat. So, yeah, that's going to be a not fun at all time. Not looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably laugh at it for an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah.
It really do feel like, so far, Sony's movies were made 14 years ago and then locked up in a vault like the Warner Brothers. And then they escaped. And now they're wreaking havoc across the Hollywood backlot.
They're wreaking carnage across the
Shut the fuck up! Well done.
Well done, Nick.
Medium rare.
Okay.
I hate you.
That was good. That was very good.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. I'm alone.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Was that it for the movie news? Cause
That's it for movie news.
okay,
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
because I was gonna say the only other thing that because I actually just found about this. Apparently, there was a new Top Gun trailer released.
Oh.
And yes,
Still haven't seen the first one. Don't really care.
Kind of. Still need to see the first one. Kind of want to see this one. There is a moment where we see a F-14 Tomcat fighting a new generation Russian fighter jet. If you're into military aircraft, you know how bullshit that is. Otherwise, kind of curious to see how it goes.
Let's assume I'm not. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
It's basically like if you try.
Oh boy.
It's basically like if you tried to have a Volkswagen Beetle race a Formula One car.
I see.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
And the Volkswagen Beetle owner was like, yeah, this is fast. I can totally beat an F1 car, and is like completely delusional to their vehicle's abilities. At least that's how it works in real life. In the Tom Cruise cinematic universe, anything is fair game, so we'll see.
The Tom Cruise cinematic universe. Oh boy.
We'll see what happens.
So it's Mission Impossible and Top Gun?
Oh, no, don't forget that now he's part of the Marvel Universe.
Allegedly.
It's been confirmed, I thought.
No, it's still a rumor.
It is not confirmed.
It's a very strong rumor from what I understand, but
Well,
it's a rumor.
you know what is confirmed?
Tropic Thunder is part of the Tom Cruise cinematic universe?
Oh boy, you're right. What you know what is confirmed, and I guess we can move over to gaming news if you guys
That
want.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been delayed to spring 2023?
Don't remind me, that's just depressing.
That is actually insane.
But it happened.
That is genuinely insane. This game's been known for... It's been like at least a year and a half, right? 2 years?
And it looks awesome, and I want it so bad. I just want to play as Captain Boomerang, my favorite rogue gallery memory of I love Captain Boomerang so much, and that's all I want in life. I'm sorry.
That was one of my only problems with the Suicide Squad, is that they killed off Captain Boomerang.
He is the best. He is the best character, and I love him.
The fact that this game has been delayed for another year is kind of, for me at least, it's like, okay, what's going on with the development team? Because that's very concerning. I mean, I'd rather them delay the game instead of releasing a half-baked product, but still.
They probably don't want to compete with Gotham Knights, that's why.
That's true. It's still a whole damn year.
Gotham Knights, the game that has 4 characters to choose from, but only 2 are playable at the same time. I'm sorry. We're getting on this again.
It's dumb. It's dumb. We'll leave it at that, but it's dumb.
Yeah, that was the last of my news, so... What is confirmed, Nick?
What is confirmed is Sony has officially launched their version of Game Pass.
Or at least announced it.
Or announced, and they're going to be starting to launch it.
Mm-hmm.
Starting in the summer in Japan. But there's now 3 tiers of PlayStation Plus. There's PlayStation Plus Essential, which is basically what you're paying for now, which basically gives you multiplayer, the 2 free games every month, the cloud storage for your saves, the discounts, all that crap. There's Extra, which is the Game Pass, and that gives you around 400 games from the library, from both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games. At launch day, this includes Death Stranding, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Mortal Kombat 11, and Returnal, among others. The caveat is, new games don't automatically launch on Extra simultaneously, though.
Which is
crap, because Game Pass does that.
Yeah, that's...
Where they have a good chunk of games that launch simultaneously on Game Pass.
So that's a big negative point to Sony right there. Like, that was the first thing I noticed when I saw the announcement.
There's also no game streaming at this tier, so you have to download everything. I don't really care about game streaming, though. Mm-hmm. And then there's Premium.
At a tier 3 sub, you get access to the Discord and free nudes.
Oh god! God. Good place. You can get all them Tifa nudes from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You get to see that hentai that streamed during the Italian Parliament.
the whole version.
God.
It's locked under PlayStation's OnlyFans. So PlayStation Plus Premium gives you everything from the first 2 tiers, but it also gives you old games. So they're going to be adding 340 additional games from the PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PSP platforms available to stream or download, except for PlayStation 3. You can only stream those. They will be able to stream to both your PlayStation 4, 5, and PC. There's no indication what titles are going to be available in this, other than that they are beloved titles, which means anything.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus Premium also burns cleaner in your gas tank.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, burning money.
Burning money. So the tier, in terms of money, for the essential tier, the first tier, it's $10 a month, 3 months for $25, or annually for $60. That's for normal PlayStation Plus. For extra, it's $14 a month, $40 for 3 months, or $100 for a year. And then for the premium, the big boy one, it's going to set you back $17.99 a month, $50 for 3 months, or $120 for a year.
Huh.
Which honestly is comparable, if not a little bit better in cost than Xbox when you really put it out to per service. But the value that Game Pass gives you is just so much more. Yeah. I do like that they are adding the availability to stream, and download games from older generations. But this shouldn't be locked behind a paywall like this.
I think that yeah. And I do think it really depends on what it is. But also, I would much prefer the ability to just buy old games
and put them in the disk drive.
Yeah.
Yes. No, this is something I will forever give Sony crap for. And
it's not just Sony. Nintendo's also terrible at it.
Well, I don't want to get into Nintendo's DRM. Oh, I can talk about that for literally hundreds of hours.
It's a thing for me in terms of Sony, because even though I have 3 different systems, basically, I grew up with PlayStation. So when I played Gran Turismo, surprise, when they took that away for the PS4, because I saved money for a PS4 too, because it was yes, of course I'm going to buy this, because I had PlayStation all my life, and they're yeah, you can't play old games on it. Okay, what the hell is Sony smoking?
Yeah, because PlayStation 1 and 2 are backwards compatible.
Yeah.
The first model of PlayStation 3 was backwards compatible. That is what made it $600.
Yeah.
But
they can all play PS1 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I understand that the people who use it, myself included, are part of a very small part
minority
of the consumer base, but my thought process is that's still people who like I said, I never bought a PS4 because that was gone. That's what stopped me from buying a PS4. So I feel like it's one of those things where you're still missing out on potential money, especially since, even though I'm not particularly interested in a lot of Sony's exclusives, I do concede that they're quality. So
it depends. They've been going down in quality, in my opinion, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Data Boy is still a good time.
Yeah.
Data Boy is still a good time.
I haven't heard of that one.
God of War.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
You got me.
Yeah.
I am so angry that you got me.
I did it. I did it. Loyal listeners, I did it. I got him.
As far as this whole PlayStation Game Pass thing, there are 2 things that kind of kill this for me. One is that some of the stuff that's being paywalled that shouldn't be, like trials and whatnot. Also, from what I can tell, it sounds like when they implement this, buying PlayStation Plus by itself is no longer going to be a thing.
PlayStation Plus by itself is now essential. The PlayStation Plus Essential is the the PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, you're a Tier 1 sub.
The Tier 1 sub. Yeah, there's 3 levels of sub, and Tier 1 sub is now officially essential.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I didn't rescind that, because that's not as bad. Because I thought
it's not as bad.
Because I thought it was going to be one of those things where it's yeah, you're in this now, and you get this whole other bunch of extra stuff that you don't really care about, just so you can play online with people.
No, they specifically have this tiered off to avoid that for people who don't care.
Okay. Alright, then that's not as bad. Okay, then in that case, it really is just the locking things like trials behind basically a paywall, and not having your first-party titles launch at the same time, which I don't understand that in the slightest.
That is kind of BS.
Yeah,
Sony is, I don't know, Jim Ryan does not know how to make PlayStation exciting anymore.
Yeah, no.
And that's saying a lot, because the previous Sony Interactive Entertainment president,
was also
Andrew
useless.
House, had absolutely no charisma at all.
Yeah.
He had absolutely no charisma, but he knew how to run the company.
From what I've gathered from the both of them, it's the last guy was okay, this guy's kind of useless, and then they brought in, you said his name, the current president is Andrew Ryan?
No, Jim Ryan is the new guy. Okay, so the original guy was Andrew House. He was an ex. I think he was an ex. He used to work for Sony Music. And they brought him in to work for Sony, and he was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I was to say, because there's totally, like, crossover, like, talents there.
But he did a pretty damn good job, all things considering. But Jim Ryan has been the president now for the last couple of years since Andrew House has retired, and I just do not like the way that he's running the company at all. It's just no longer has that allure that draws me wanting to get a PlayStation 5. That in the games, because there's absolutely nothing drawn. That's a bias. If you play PlayStation, play PlayStation. There's nothing bad about PlayStation.
Yeah,
I grew up with it.
I play PlayStation, and I don't feel any need to get a 5.
I don't. It's one of those things, like, everyone has their own, like, system. If you want to play PlayStation, that's fine. I collect for the damn console. I just,
as far as the whole PlayStation 5 thing for me, the thing that was driving my desire for a PlayStation 5 was Gran Turismo 7. And considering the current state of Gran Turismo 7, that's kind of that's not going to be an anytime purchase.
That ain't it, Chief.
Okay, moving on from Sony, because I think we've officially talked about Sony for too long.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to the new releases for this week, which is short and sweet, because there's not much coming out, it looks like.
Nobody wanted to go up against Kirby.
Kirby, or God.
Tiny Tina.
We'll jump into Kirby in a minute, because I do want to give my first impressions of the game.
Oh, okay.
But Crusader Kings 3 is coming out for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. It's the most confusing grand strategy game of all time. That's probably not true. I am a very entry-tier grand strategy player, but it's a very popular grand strategy game. You do crazy stuff like inbreed your sisters, and
what the fuck?
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time?
You can, like, inbreed people, your family. You can, like,
what the?
Gotta get those
assassinate.
Stats just
you can
right.
assassinate your son, so that way your son doesn't take over you.
What?
As king, you can do all these crazy, like, weird, like, political machinations. It's really cool, but it's really complex.
Really cool, he says.
Yeah. See, I'm. This is so what? This is like medieval royalty simulator. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
About shoving the action figures of your sisters together, saying, "Now, Kiev." What the fuck?
Thank you, Paradox Interactive. Paradox Interactive, dude.
Fuck!
We have World Rally Championship 10 for the Switch.
Why is this going on the Switch?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
So weird.
It's a racing game, if anybody couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, that's why I got a strong... Okay.
Yeah, what else you got?
Whatever.
Aerial Knights Never Yield, which is some weird phone game that I could give two craps about. Death Stranding, the director's cut, which did not need to happen.
No.
Director's cut of a game? Are you shitting me?
Yep.
Kojima, you mad lad. What the fuck?
Yep.
So, is there more walking? Wait. Hold on.
Even more walking.
Wait,
actually, more walking.
I do have a question, actually, in regards to that, because I remember at last E3 they announced that, like, Death Stranding was going to have kart racing or something in it. Is that paid DLC?
Death Stranding kart racing?
Yeah, they showed, like, this whole... It was either for E3 or a State of Play thing, where they showed, like, extras that were
It had to have been a joke.
I don't know. I feel like Kojima's nutty enough to allow it.
I don't know, but apparently this has more content in it. I don't know.
Okay.
It's almost... Oh.
What else you got?
Okay, no, okay. That's not what I'm... Okay. I read something that made me very... Let me just read this for you. This is what I read. I read... Where's the article? That clickbait article. This cut by Hideo Kojima clocks in at almost 5 minutes. That's all I read. I'm like, is there just 5 more minutes of stuff?
So they decided to include the Joker scene in Death Stranding then.
No, that's the trailer. The trailer is 5 minutes.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay.
Moss, Book 2 for the PlayStation VR. I heard Moss is really good. I have not played it. I do not own a PlayStation VR. But that comes out on Thursday. So, all you PlayStation VR players, I guess, go pick up Moss Book 2.
Yay.
Weird West, which I've heard very little of, but it's a Devolver Digital game that has had a lot of hype for it. A lot of the X-Arcane guys are working on it, so it looks pretty interesting. That comes out on Thursday as well. So that's our releases for this week.
Okay.
This day in gaming history, we have a good amount of games to talk about. We have Parasite Eve came out in Japan 24 years ago.
Oh.
RuneScape is now officially 21.
Okay.
RuneScape's old enough to buy a beer. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
As of today. Yep, as of today. Dynasty Warrior 7 came out 11 years ago. The Devil May Cry HD collection came out 10 years ago for PS3 and Xbox 360.
Wait, didn't we cover Devil May Cry HD collection last week?
That was the Japanese release. This is the
fuck
American
you.
release. I won't talk about Japanese releases anymore because, you know, it doesn't really matter to us Americans.
For me, it depends on the game, but moving on.
Resident Evil 6 came out 6 years ago today.
Okay.
Tomorrow, we have the 26th year anniversary of Resident Evil, the original.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
The original Resident Evil.
All right.
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
My favorite PC game, one of the big PC games that got me very hooked early on, Mountain Blade Warband is 12 years old tomorrow. Sakura Wars, So Long My Love for the PlayStation 2 is also 12 years old.
I got one for yesterday.
What's for yesterday?
In Japan.
Oh
my god.
Kingdom Hearts came out 20 years ago yesterday.
What?
Yes, it did. It did.
20 years of spiraling into aggressive mediocrity.
Good god.
My, how the time flies. I remember back when I liked that series.
Moving on to Thursday, we have Doom 64, StarCraft, the original one, Wario Land 2, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for the PlayStation.
God, that's such an expensive game.
It really is. The Dreamcast version is one of the top 3 most expensive games for the console. If I remember
Oh my.
correctly.
Is that a JoJo's reference?
I hate you.
I actually have a story about that game at work. But moving on.
Hyper Light Drifter for the PC came out 6 years ago Thursday. Really good indie game. Star Ocean, various versions of them came out in various years. Star Ocean's a huge JRPG franchise. I don't want to get more into it than that. 4 years ago, on Thursday, Baldi's Basics in Education and Learning.
What?
It was a huge clickbait, bad edutainment game kind of thing that every YouTuber played.
Oh, phenomenal. Yeah, that's beautiful. For all the wrong reasons.
And this Friday is the 27th year anniversary of the arcade release of Mortal Kombat 3, 29th year anniversary of Cool Spot. Like, no one cares at all, except for me. I'm trying to think if there's any other cool games. Oh, Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, came out for PC 7 years ago Friday.
Very nice.
Very good.
Those are just the highlights. There's other games, but I don't feel like talking about just specifically releases for 12 hours.
Cool. You said you had Kirby first impressions? Because I haven't had a chance to play it.
Kirby is amazing. Let's go on to Kirby. Obviously, what is it? Kirby in the Forbidden Land?
Forgotten Land.
Land.
You're the one who played it. You tell me.
I just forget the title, okay? Kirby in the Forgotten Land is the first 3D platformer Kirby. It is not open world like we all like they made it seem like it was. It is not. It is it is level based. It's like Mario Odyssey. Yeah,
that's fine.
It's level to level. It's very good. It's just they just took Kirby and transformed it into a 3D game. It plays pretty much just like you would expect it to play. The cool ability and the cool thing about this game is that it's 2-player. You can play the entire game co-op.
Oh, exactly.
Really?
As many players as Gotham Knights. Cool.
Cody.
You just have to get through the first mission, and then you can get a Waddle Dee that can be player 2 for the rest of the game.
Happy buddy.
Also, the abilities are all upgradable. So yeah, you basically can power up all your abilities. The whole premise of this game is that Kirby and a whole bunch of Waddle Dees get sucked up to an alternate dimension. So basically, Kirby gets isekai'd, and
that time I swallowed a car and ended up in another world.
Wait, so Kirby couldn't swallow Truck Kun?
Kirby becomes Truck Kun. No, like that's called mouth mode, by the way, I believe.
I think the technical term is Kirby. Will it fit?
Will it fit? Basically, Kirby can now not transform into, but he basically can try to he puts his mouth around a shit ton of everyday objects and can use their abilities. Like the car obviously is a car. There's a vending machine that shoots soda cans. There's a traffic cone that you can use to butt slam shit. Like, it's really cool. I don't know. It's a...
I say you just wake up in the morning, you're trying to, like, move your fridge. Honey, have you seen my dolly? Oh, Kirby ate it. You know what? Never mind.
I just, from the first, I played the first, like, I think 2 or 3 worlds, and I am hooked. Way more than I thought I would be. It is a fantastic adaptation of Kirby. I do not think that I think the series director said that this is not the way they're taking Kirby and, like, the rest of the, like, forever. It's just another take on Kirby that they wanted to do, and I like it. It's a nice one-off game that it has all of the charm of an original Kirby game, just with like all of the creatures are there. Every single one of the enemies is there. Even Bonkers is in it. Like, you know, like all of the weird bosses and sub bosses are in there. It's just Kirby, but translated into a 3D environment. It's really good. I would highly recommend, if anyone likes Kirby at all, go check it out.
I'm gonna have to get it.
It's worth the money. It's definitely worth the money. And it's cute as all. It's gosh darn cute. I mean, it's
as Kirby always is.
Yes.
When you ignore the fucked up Eldritch implications.
Exactly. There are some very fun ideas that they threw in that game.
Nice.
So, yeah, I don't want to give it like a rating because I haven't beaten the game yet, but I'd say play it. Just go out and get it.
Very cool. Very cool. Good. Do we want to do the topic first, or should I talk about the Lost City that only I saw?
Talk about the Lost City, and then we can talk about Sandra Bullock Week.
All right, the Lost City, starring Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, and Daniel Radcliffe. It was okay.
Moving on to the topic of this week.
No, I mean I have other stuff to say about it. Like it's just.
I'm joking.
I don't know if I'd say I liked it or that it was even a good movie, but it certainly wasn't the train wreck I was expecting.
Well, that's encouraging.
Right. The biggest issue I have is that the romantic chemistry is borderline non-existent, which for a movie that's part romance is most unfortunate. I just do not buy Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock as a thing in this movie at all. I
don't buy them in any movie at all. Those two do not seem like the two that would go for each other.
No, not at all, and that's kind of the big problem of this thing. I'm also a little disappointed because part of what appealed to me was Daniel Radcliffe playing eccentric billionaire bad guy. They really front-loaded the eccentricities in his performance. And by the end, he's just kind of a generic, bossy guy waving a gun around, and it's just like, that's...
unfortunate.
That's disappointing. I liked him a lot better earlier in the movie. It's funny because I took notes after I got out, and guess what I forgot to bring with me for this? My notebook.
What?
So...
wait till next week, everyone.
Nope. We're only talking about this one, so I'm just going to have to remember the notes that I wrote down, which fortunately is easier to do because I wrote them down. There was an early point in the movie when they're doing a big, giant book tour presentation or whatever, and it felt like a lot of production went into it, and all I can think of is the bit from BoJack Horseman where the penguin's just going, "Have you ever heard of a young adult series called Swamp Monsters of Malibu?" No. Then why did we spend $20 million on marketing? I'm just thinking, maybe this is why print media is a dying industry. It feels like a lot went into this for books. Brad Pitt is Dog the Bounty Hunter, and then I crossed it out and said, no wait, Dog the Booty Hunter, comedy achieved, because he's not in the movie for very long, but it feels like Brad Pitt's doing a much better job with his roles now that he's older. I honestly think one of my favorite roles for him is Cliff Booth in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and that is not something he could have played 10 years ago.
Brad Pitt has actually become... I like Brad Pitt a lot. I've kind of always liked Brad Pitt as an actor. He's just a very, I don't know. He has an allure to him that he can pretty much play anything. But like Yo Griffio, a lot of his later roles are better.
And I do wonder... I wonder the last note that I really had, and I guess spoilers for The Lost City, because this is the only thing that's actually worth talking about. I wonder if there's... Because Sandra Bullock was a producer on this movie, apparently, so I don't know how this works. But I wonder if also you're going to spend most of the movie running around in a sequin pink jumpsuit was part of the pitch, or if they snuck it in. Or maybe it was her idea, because she spends most of the movie in this sequin pink jumpsuit. And they make a big deal. It's so disappointing. They make a big deal about it being a loaner or very expensive or something like that. And then, in the middle of the movie, they tear it up. Like, they tear up the sleeves and the leggings to fool some guy in driving off a cliff. And it makes sense in context, kind of. And actually, the guy drives into a tarp trap that they set up, and then goes crashing into his buddy, and they both go falling off a cliff. And there's an extended bit of them being like, "I mean, that wasn't our fault, right? No. Why was that guy just parked on the ledge like that? That's unsafe." So
what?
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's just this extended bit of them being like, "Are we murderers?"
Murder.
But. No, so then at the end of the movie, there's just one throwaway line about where she's talking to her agent and just goes, I had to rip up the jumpsuit, I'm sorry. What? Never mind, I'll tell you later. And it never goes anywhere. It was a very disappointing payoff for this joke. Which, very disappointing payoff kind of sums up this movie. I don't know. It was fine.
Would you recommend it to anyone?
Not especially. I kind of want to make you guys sit through it just so I'm not alone, but that requires me having to see it again, and I'm not sure if I'm willing to make that kind of time commitment.
Damn, that is
That's understandable.
That's understandable, and this is going to be the last movie review that we do where only Cody's seen the movie.
Hooray.
So.
Yeah, because it's not even bad. I don't want to give the impression that it's terrible, because I've seen terrible movies, and this was not that. It just...
I'm looking at you, Jigsaw. Or, I'm sorry, Spiral.
Yeah, it's no Spiral.
Spiral.
Although, honestly, I'd watch Spiral again, so that kinda...
Can we watch Spiral again just so we can see Chris Rock in the bathroom again?
Chief, you gotta let me get this guy. And then he gets...
Chief!
And then we get the new edition where Will Smith just walks on set and slaps him.
Okay. I was gonna say, still haven't seen it. Still kind of maybe want to see it.
Greg, you want to see it.
You do want to see this one.
It's really freaking funny.
We're gonna make you watch this one.
Oh god.
It is very funny.
I don't know how, but at some point.
So
one
day we're gonna get on Discord and do it.
It's fine, I guess. Whatever. If you're into that sort of thing, an action adventure, comedy, romance.
I guess go to it if you want to get laid.
Is it a girlfriend movie?
Oh, it's 100% it's a date movie if you're one of those people.
Oh, if you're
no,
one of those...
see, look. I don't even know if I could say it's a date movie because I don't date often, but the last time I did date, the second date that we went on, her suggestions for movies were Into the Spider-Verse, which she hadn't seen yet, Vice, which we had both seen separately, or They Will Not Grow Old. So, I don't know what the fucking parameters are for a date movie, because the last time I went on any dates, that was what I was working with, and I kind of miss it.
I was going to say, I would personally be, especially if the other person was like, how about They Shall Not Grow Old? I was like, oh, I'm going to do everything in my power to keep you.
Yeah, it's stuff work anxiety happened, unfortunately, and depression.
Yes.
But
wow, this is getting real. Okay.
Moving on to the funny stuff. I'm trying to make the fart
funny,
sound with my hands and it's
back.
not working. Can you guys hear this? Oh, I tapped the mic. Oh no.
It's okay, I've tapped the mic a couple times already.
Yeah, thanks.
Moving on to
thanks
funny
a lot,
stuff.
Greg. So it's Sandra
Bing
Bullock
bong.
week on accident.
On accident.
Yeah, because this past Wednesday for our group movie night, we ended up watching Demolition Man, also with
Yes,
Sandra
we did.
Bullock. Not even nominated by one of us. It was another friend of ours. Not even relevant to the fact that The Lost City was coming out, because I was hoping I wasn't going to have to cover The Lost City this week.
Still want to see everywhere, everything, everywhere all at once, especially because it's getting like amazing reviews.
Still can't find any goddamn showtime.
It's going to start getting a wider release, especially since it's been killing it at Sundance.
Good.
So we're gonna see it in theaters.
Fucking better.
Good.
Moving on to Sandra Bullock, the most actress ever.
That's unfair. I think she's better than that.
Yeah.
I think she was good in The Blind Side.
She was enjoyable in Demolition Man.
Yeah.
I saw her. I've seen The Blind Side. I'm not even kidding you. I think 30 or 40 times. And
I've never even seen it once.
Why would you put yourself through that? I've never seen the movie.
I didn't. In high school, every substitute teacher for some reason wanted to put on The Blind Side whenever they had a substitute.
Huh.
So
Dear God.
legitimately, anytime there was a substitute teacher, it was either The Blind Side or there was one other movie I forgot. I remember in middle school it was a John Philip Sousa movie that I had to watch in band class, and I saw that movie about 12 times, and it was kind of crap. All I remember about that movie is a big white man shouting, "Dixie! Dixie!"
Oh my god.
That's a
to
thing.
a whole bunch of Confederates, and that was a movie.
Oh boy.
I mean, I also thought she was fine in the Bird Box.
Didn't watch Bird Box.
Oh, that's right.
Really?
I barely remember the Bird Box, because I know I saw it with you, Cody.
I mean, I thought the Bird Box was a dumb movie, but it's not Sandra Bullock's fault that it was kind of a dumb movie.
It's a dumb premise.
Yeah, it was not. Oh, wait, she was also executive producer, so I guess it's kind of her fault. I guess maybe I was a little too kind.
So the reason why it's Sandra Bullock Week, please tell us what you were talking about before we started.
Oh, yeah, the reason I got everybody to agree to make the topic Sandra Bullock Week is that she was an executive producer on George Lopez and was also in the George Lopez show for a few episodes.
As what?
Which is bizarre.
You remember Accident Amy?
Oh god.
Oh my god!
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh,
That was her! I didn't even realize!
that's amazing.
Oh my god.
She's the reason Benny's fiancé left her. Yeah, can you believe that shit?
That's amazing.
This is the most insane thing I've ever learned.
Yeah.
It really does make you double take and question everything you thought you knew about sitcoms, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of,
little,
honestly.
A little bit, in all honesty.
Oh shit, she was also in Speed.
Apparently, Demolition Man was pretty much her first big movie, other than Speed.
Yeah.
Her breakthrough is Speed, but her first big movie was Demolition Man.
Check out this guy, doesn't even know how to use the seashells.
That was actually a moment where I'm like, no, I would genuinely, as an audience member, really want to know more about this seashell bullshit you're talking about. How does that work? That sounds extremely painful.
Any thoughts about Sandra Bullock?
I mean,
I haven't seen it.
I think she's fine.
I haven't seen enough of her movies to have an opinion one way or another. Like I said, I did enjoy her in Demolition Man, especially being like the chief of police of the future police and all their bullshit. It was very endearing seeing her be herself. Or doing
okay. Here's one. Y'all remember Prince of Egypt?
Yeah.
She's Moses' sister in that movie.
No.
What?
Yeah, I mean, Moses was Val Kilmer.
What? I didn't realize this.
That's amazing.
Ray Fiennes was Ramses.
We live in a society.
I think
what the fuck?
Cody,
Michelle Pfeiffer? Danny Glover?
Really?
I gotta rewatch this movie. This has been years. Patrick Stewart was the Pharaoh? The first one?
What?
Helen Mirren?
Wait, Helen Mirren's in that?
Helen Mirren is Moses' adoptive mother, Seti's wife, and Ramses' mother.
Can we watch The Prince of Egypt sometime? I kind of need to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Same! I'm losing my goddamn mind at this one.
Martin Short? Steve Martin?
Okay, that I believe.
Jeff Goldblum?
That I don't believe.
Wait, Jeff.
What?
Okay, so this
and
is
he's not playing a total clown!
He's Aaron!
So what I'm hearing is that this movie's going on the list.
It's going on the list. I'll put it on the list.
It's going on the list. If he doesn't put it on the list, I'm
putting it on the list.
Val Kilmer is also uncredited as the voice of God.
Welcome to Sandra Bullock Week, where we talk about everybody else who was in The Prince of Egypt.
Val Kilmer's just like, everyone talks about how Morgan Freeman was God. I was God before it was cool to play God.
I was God back when
James
people were
Avery
giving me
was
shit
also
for
in
being
that.
Batman.
James Avery was also in The Prince of Egypt. I love it.
This movie
Holy
has an
shit.
ensemble cast, to say the least.
I can't believe
Yeah, I didn't realize this movie was this stacked with voices. Holy crap.
That's nutty.
Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
What an interesting derail to Sandra Bullock Week, which I guess fits since the only reason I declared it Sandra Bullock Week is because of the 1-2 punch of Demolition Man and The Lost City. But only I saw The Lost City, so...
Let's see what else I've seen that she's made, so I can talk about something else that she's made.
As I say, I'm pretty sure she's been in other things that I've seen.
She was in the Minions movie.
Right, she was Scarlet Overkill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Ocean's 8, which I haven't seen.
Let's see, what else was she in? Come on. No.
This is a great podcast. Everyone.
like research on the fly.
No worries, I'll make it good in editing, since I'm gonna be up until 3 a.m.
She's in Crash.
Oh, that's not
Good.
anything to bring up.
Should I watch Crash?
No, Crash is terrible.
Don Cheadle produced the Crash?
I stand by what I said.
Let's see.
Is it Ludacris is in that movie?
I don't think that makes it any more appealing, unfortunately.
Ludacris is also in the Fast films. What's your point?
Yep. From Fast 2 onwards.
At least he's not as annoying as Tyrese Gibson, who I want to die every time I see him appear.
I don't hate Tyrese Gibson, but I hate that he's alive still after the most recent movie, because...
Yeah. But wasn't it... Oh, right, because he went up into space.
Don't remind me, please. This series should have died with Paul Walker.
I was trying to rack my brain because I was thinking, wait, wasn't Ludacris the one who was bragging about them being superheroes or something? And then I remembered, oh right, but he went into space.
Speaking as a fan of the Fast films, that series should have died with Paul Walker.
Ouch.
I stand by that. I know it's horrible, but I do stand by that.
He was in Loverboy. She was in Loverboy.
And Gravity, which I also haven't seen.
And I've seen nothing that she's in.
I gotta watch more movies.
I think.
Can we watch more? Can we watch more like Sandra Bullock movies?
Probably should have done that before Sandra Bullock week, but
Yeah,
Can we? Okay, no. This week is forever hereby known as Sandra Bullock week. The last week of March is the week we talk about Sandra Bullock on the podcast.
I don't know if I want to commit to having to do this next year, but yeah, sure, why not?
Last week of March next year, we have to talk about Sandra Bullock and what we've learned about her since this week. Oh, this is terrible.
This is a terrible idea, but I like it. We're gonna stick with it, unless we don't, but nobody's gonna know.
So, anybody else have anything else to say in this amazing, unforgettable podcast?
Next week is Morbius, which means the guaranteed content.
Yeah.
That should be something.
I don't wanna. I really don't wanna, but I'm gonna have to.
Just don't.
Oh, boy.
Greg, I don't think you understand how content works. I don't want to have to watch Fantastic Beasts either, but that's good content.
I am actually genuinely curious to see how horrible or not horrible that movie is.
The last movie was so incomprehensible, I was lost as somebody who's read all of the Harry Potter books and watched all of the movies, and I knew nothing about what was going on.
I will say I didn't like the second Fantastic Beast, but I will say that movie will always have a place in my heart for having a scene where Johnny Depp literally vapes World War II.
I remember that!
I was like, okay, where's this going? And then it's like, because I was in the theory, it's like, that's a Spitfire. That's a Tiger. Oh, no.
That's 9/11.
Oh, man. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Obviously, this has been a bit of a rougher one, but next week, Morbius.
Which means that you're going to listen to Cody angrily rant for an hour and a half.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be a whole podcast of forget what happened this week. Morbius happened, and that's a crime against humanity. Probably. Maybe I'll end up. Wouldn't it be utterly ballistic if somehow I end up liking this movie?
So it'll be our first special podcast episode.
Oh no, we're probably going to do other stuff. I'm just saying.
A very special podcast.
Wouldn't it be the funniest thing ever if somehow I end up liking this movie, despite everything I have seen and heard, leading me to believe that I will hate it with every fiber of my being?
I hope you do like it. I hope we all like it. I hope I don't waste my money.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna hate Teen Titans Go to the Movies, and I did. The first time. But then the second time, brilliant. One of my favorites.
Well, this has been
Under the Bridge.
An episode of Under the Bridge.
Yes.
With the Scarlet Troll.
And the Agent Duckman. And Greg.
And Greg.
And remember to like, comment, subscribe, and
share.
We are out, I guess.
You want. Yeah. See you next week for pain.
For pain.
Lots of pain.